This is the story of Alice, who has just become an adult. That is why she is very much interested in boys, and she wants to be intimate with someone. When she does not find anyone, she gives pleasure to herself and keeps touching herself. However, she studies in a Catholic school, which is why she is repeatedly instructed that all these things are wrong and are considered a sin in the eyes of God. Gradually, Alice comes to know some more truths. Friends, the name of this film is Yes, God, Yes. The story begins with a scene of a high school, and we see Alice. Soon, we come to know that this high school is very strict because it is a Catholic high school. Here, children are punished for small things like if a boy does not wear a belt, he is punished. These people always measure the skirts of girls to see if they are wearing skirts that are too short. If any girl does this, she is punished. Now, a classroom scene comes in front of us. Here, we see a teacher named Father Murphy, who is teaching about sexuality. He says that any boy or girl should be intimate only when married and only with their partner. If someone is intimate with another person other than their partner, it will be considered a sin, and they will definitely get punished for it, whether it is a boy or a girl. He further says it doesn't matter if this happens before marriage or after marriage because God decides when we will be intimate with someone. God's eyes are always on us, which is why we should never go against him. The class ends and Alice comes out. Her best friend, Laura, comes to her and says, "I am fed up with all these rules, and I don't think these rules are of any use because there is no sin in being intimate." Laura then asks, "Is masturbation also a sin?" Alice replies, "No." Laura says, "I know we all do this." After that, Alice asks, "Is it a sin to watch that scene in Titanic where the hero and heroine are getting intimate?" Laura replies, "According to them, that is also a sin." They talk for a while and Alice goes to her house. Alice is mostly alone at her house because she has no siblings, and her parents are always out for work. When Alice gets bored, she starts chatting with someone. One day, while chatting, she gets a message from a random man who sends her a picture of himself and his wife being intimate and both are naked. Seeing this, Alice is shocked and looks away from the picture. However, after a while, she starts looking at the picture again. Then, the man messages Laura and asks about her, who she is and where she is from. Alice gives him a fake name. The man becomes even more interested in her and asks if she has any pictures of herself. Alice sends him a picture of one of her friends. The boy starts talking, and the atmosphere becomes heated. Alice also starts feeling it and begins masturbating again. Suddenly, she feels like her parents have arrived, so she quickly closes the computer. The next day, Alice reaches school. A girl named Beth comes there and tells Alice, "Nowadays, I have come to know that you are showing a lot of charms, and you did wonders at Laura's party." Alice does not understand what they are saying. Laura then asks Beth, "Why didn't you come to my party?" Beth replies, "I went on a trip, and that trip changed my life." After saying this, Beth leaves. Alice starts eating her food, but when she eats chocolate, she does so in a very sensual way. The boys notice and start laughing, and Alice is shocked because now all her actions have become very different, with sexual desire visible in all of them. Everyone starts noticing her, but Alice does not understand this and leaves. Then Alice comes across the same girl whose picture she had sent on the internet. That girl gets angry at Alice and says, "You are a very vile girl." Later, Alice meets another teacher who tells her, "You cannot do this with your body or insult it at all because this is all wrong. Your body is a gift from God, and we should not play with it." Alice realizes that the whole college knows she masturbates. Feeling overwhelmed, she reaches Father Murphy and tells him everything. Father Murphy says this is wrong and gives her a solution. He tells her, "You will have to ask for forgiveness from God. Go to the church and pray 20 times. Alice follows his instructions and goes to the church to pray. After this, she decides that her mind has wandered too much lately. To find clarity, she decides to go on a college trip, where she hopes to learn more about God. With this decision, she leaves for the trip. Here we see Laura. But Laura has come on this trip to impress a boy who is her senior, and she keeps looking at him again and again. Now, they reach the place where they have to stay, and everyone starts going inside the camp. Some children from the camp who are already there will be made group leaders. There is a boy named Grass, and as soon as Alice sees Grass, she falls in love with him. Inside the camp, Alice meets a girl named Nina, who is the in charge there. Nina tells Alice to give her phone because they are going to stay there for the next 4 days, and she doesn't want any distractions. She says, "You have to focus your full attention here, so give us your phone, watch, and all your belongings." Alice says, "I don't have a phone," and hides her phone. All the children are then divided into different groups, and Alice's group in charge is Chris. Alice is very happy about this. Then Father Murphy comes and tells everyone, "For the next 4 days you have to explore yourselves. You will experience the ups and downs of your life, and this will help you a lot in the future. God wants you to pay attention to these things, and He has chosen all of you to be here." After saying this, everyone is given papers with different moods listed. Father Murphy tells them to choose the moods they have felt recently. Everyone starts ticking off their moods, and when Alice ticks her paper, she also chooses turned on, because she had felt that way recently and wanted to be intimate with someone. Soon, Alice realizes that if they come to know about this, she will be scolded. She tries to erase the circle, but when it doesn't erase, she crosses it out and submits the paper. Later, Nina comes for confession and says, "Some time ago, I used to think that my parents don't love me and only love my younger sister because she is better than me in everything. But after coming here, I started feeling that my parents love me too. There are some powers in this place." Alice finds these things very touching. At night, we see Alice playing a game on her mobile. She realizes that she should put her phone on silent mode, so she does. When her phone starts vibrating, she feels the vibration and begins to pleasure herself with it. After a while, she notices a cross in the room and feels it is wrong to do such things in front of it, so she stops. The next day, when they all go trekking, Alice deliberately injures herself so that Chris can come to her. Chris picks her up in his arms and starts carrying her, making Alice extremely happy. They go to the cabin, and Chris takes good care of her. Then Nina comes in and tells Alice, everyone has to come out for the group photo. While they are talking, Nina hears a vibration. When she opens the doll, she finds a phone. Nina gets angry at Alice and says, "You lied to me." After that, a group photo is taken. Following the photo, Father Murphy starts scolding Alice, saying, "You have violated the rules again by hiding a phone here. That's why you will be punished. You will have to clean this entire place." Alice starts cleaning, and when she reaches Father Murphy's room, she sees a computer. Noticing no one is around, she begins chatting on the computer again. She asks a boy about lust but soon hears someone coming. She immediately closes the computer and runs away. As she steps outside, she meets Nina, who says, "Everyone is right. You have a lot of lust." After saying this, Nina leaves. Now 3 days have passed at the camp. When everyone is sitting together, Father Murphy comes and says, "Someone used my computer and chatted on it. It's better if you tell me quietly who did it." No one confesses, so Murphy says, "God is watching everything, and He will punish you for this." After saying this, he starts interviewing all the children to find out who used the computer. When Alice's turn comes, Murphy says, "The whole college is talking about you and your lust, and I saw in your paper that you had also circled turn on in your feelings." Then Alice starts making excuses and tells Murphy, "A lot of rumors were spread about me in the college, and all this was done by some of my friends. So you should not think much about this. I am a good girl." After saying this, she leaves. She meets her classmate who had spread all these rumors and says, "You will have to tell everyone that nothing happened between us, and you should stop spreading this rumor." The boy replies, "I don't know anything." Then Murphy comes there, takes the boy and goes away. Alice gets busy with her cleaning. Alice sees through the window that Nina is kissing a boy, and after kissing, they both start getting intimate. Seeing this, Alice is shocked. Holding a broom in her hand, she starts pleasuring herself with it. Afterward, she goes to Laura and tells her everything about what Nina did. When Alice was talking to Laura, Laura does not believe her and says, "These kinds of things only exist in your mind, and no one has as much lust as you. That's why you should not talk to me from today onwards." After saying this, Laura leaves. Alice gets very angry and steals the bracelet of the boy who had spread rumors about her. She places the bracelet near father's computer so that everyone suspects him. Then she hears some sounds and hides. Father comes in, turns on his computer, and starts masturbating while watching adult videos. Seeing this, Alice is shocked. She comes out and realizes that everyone has secrets and lust within them. She goes to Chris and starts kissing him. Chris kisses her back, and they slowly start getting intimate. Then Chris realizes this is wrong, so he runs away. Nina, meanwhile, is thinking about all these events. That night, they make a bonfire and sit around it, enjoying the moment. But Alice, lost in her own thoughts, leaves the camp and starts walking on the deserted roads. She sees a bar and goes inside, where she meets a woman named Gina. They start talking. During their conversation, Gina tells her story, saying, "There was a time when I used to be a Catholic. But after a while, I got fed up with everything because I was threatened constantly. If you do this, you'll go to hell. If you do that, you'll go to hell. That's why I left all this behind." After hearing this, Alice feels a connection and says, "I saw a scene in Titanic where the actor and actress were getting intimate, but I was told I'd be punished with hell for watching that. That's why I am upset." Gina replies, "Everyone has secrets. Some people are good at hiding them while others aren't. Those who can't hide them are misunderstood and thought to be full of lust." Gina then offers to drop Alice back at the camp. When Alice is about to leave, Gina advises, "You should think about taking admission to another college, especially one far away from this city." Alice likes the idea and returns to the camp. The next morning, Alice sees father going to his office with the same boy whose bracelet she had kept there. Soon, the news spreads that the boy had done the dirty chat on father's computer. Laura comes to Alice and apologizes, saying, "I misunderstood you. I thought you had done the chat, but I was wrong about you. Forgive me." Father then asks everyone to share their experiences about how they felt during the camp. The boy whose bracelet Alice had kept says, "I am very ashamed that I talked dirty on father's computer." Hearing this, Alice is shocked, knowing the boy hadn't done it. She realizes the boy must have figured out that Alice had chatted but was apologizing because he had spread rumors about her. When Alice's turn comes to speak, she goes to the mic and says, "Everyone here has secrets, but they keep them hidden while pretending to follow the rules and fear God. That is absolutely wrong." After saying this, she leaves. Alice reaches her home and starts searching for new colleges where she can take admission. But when she goes back to her college, she sees Chris. And Chris is very uncomfortable. Then she makes him comfortable and says, "Forget whatever happened between us. We are still good friends." After hearing this, Chris becomes happy. Then Alice reaches Father Murphy and says, "I want to confess something. When I had gone to the camp, I saw a man there watching a video on his phone, and he was also masturbating while watching it." After listening to this, Father Murphy understands that Alice is talking about him, but he ignores it and tells Alice, "You will get punishment for this. Go to God and pray 100 times. Alice leaves from there, but instead of praying to God, she goes back home. She puts on the Titanic movie again and watches the same scene where the actors are getting intimate. After watching it, she starts masturbating again, and with this, the film ends here. So friends, our video for today ends here. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.